We conduct the candidate to the senior warden in the West with teaching to advance by 3 regular steps. His feet forming a square, his body erect, facing east.
Brother Senior Warden, it is the order of the Worshipful Master that you teach our candidate to advance 3 regular steps. His feet forming a square, body erect, facing the east.
Advance has entered the apprentice mason. Give the true guard and sign of that degree. Advance as fellow craft mason. Give the true guard and sign of that degree. Advance with your left foot, bringing the heel of the right to the heel of your left. Your body erect. Worshipful Master, the candidate is in order.
Brother Jacob Jensen, before we can proceed any further with the ceremony of this degree, it will again be necessary for you to take a solemn obligation, in which you will bind yourself to keep inviolate all the secrets of Freemasonry appertaining to the degree of Master Mason. This obligation, I assure you, like those who have already taken, will not interfere with the duty you owe to God, country, your neighbor, or yourself. It appertains to Freemasonry alone. With this assurance on my part, are you willing to proceed?
Yes.
And Brother Senior Warden, place the candidate at the altar in due form to take upon himself the solemn obligation of Master Mason, which is by causing him to kneel on his naked knees, his body erect within a square, his hands resting upon the Holy Bible, square and compass.
Advance at the altar. Kneel on your naked knees. Body erect within the square. Your hands resting upon the Holy Bible, square and compasses. Worshipful Master, the candidate is in due form.
You will say "I," announce your name in full, and in an audible tone of voice, repeat after me.
I, Jacob Jensen,
Of my own free will and accord,
of my own free will and accord,
in the presence of God,
in the presence of God,
and this worshipful lodge of Master Masons,
in this worshipful lodge of Master Masons,
erected to him
directed to him
and dedicated
and dedicated
to the Holy Saints John,
to the Holy Saints John,
do hereby
do hereby
and hereon
and hereon
solemnly and sincerely
promise and swear,
in addition to my former obligations,
in addition to my former obligations,
that I will always hail,
forever conceal,
and never reveal
never reveal
any of the secret arts, parts, or points
any of the secret arts, parts, or points
of the hidden mysteries of Freemasonry appertaining to the degree of Master Mason to any person under the canopy of heaven, except it be to a true and lawful brother of this degree, or within the body of a just and legally constituted lodge of Master Masons, and neither unto him nor them, till after strict trial, to examination, or lawful information, I shall have found him or them to be as justly entitled to the same as I am myself. I furthermore promise and swear that I will answer all due signs given me by the hands of a brother of this degree, and will obey all summons sent me from within the body of a just and legally constituted lodge of Master Masons, if within the length of my cable toe. Furthermore, that I will aid and assist all distressed worthy brother Master Masons, their widows and orphans, whithersoever dispersed around the globe, so far as I can do so, without serious injury to myself or family. Furthermore, that I will keep the secrets of a brother Master Mason as my own, when given to me in charge as such, murder and treason accepted. Furthermore, stand to
I will stand to
and abide by all the laws, rules, and regulations appertaining to the degree of Master Mason, and to the lodge of which I may be a member, and will maintain and support the Constitution and edicts of the Grand Lodge, under which the same may be holden together with the general regulations of Freemasonry. Furthermore, that I will not be present at or assist in the making of a woman Mason, a young man in his nonage, an old man in his dotage, atheist, a madman, or a fool, I knowing them to be such. Furthermore, that I will not have Masonic communication with an unlawfully made Mason, or a lawfully made Mason, who is suspended or expelled, I knowing him to be such. Furthermore, that I will not cheat, wrong, or defraud a lodge of Master Masons, or a brother of this degree, out of the value of anything, knowingly and intentionally. Nor will I injure a brother in his person or good name, but will give him due and timely notice of approaching danger, so far as the same may come to my knowledge. Furthermore, that I will not violate the chastity of a brother Master Mason's wife, daughter, sister, mother, or widow, or suffer the same to be done by another, if within my power, to prevent. Furthermore, that I will not give the grand hailing sign of this degree, unless I am in real distress or for instruction. Furthermore, that I will not give the substitute for the ancient master's word,
for the ancient master's word,
in any other manner
in any other manner,
than that in which I may hereafter receive it,
I may hereafter receive it,
being
it being
on the 5 points of fellowship,
on the 5 points of fellowship,
in a low tone of voice,
in a low tone of voice,
not above my breath.
not above my breath.
To all this,
To all this,
I do most solemnly and sincerely
I do most solemnly and sincerely
promise and swear,
promise and swear,
with fixed and steady purpose,
fixed and steady purpose,
to perform the same,
to perform the same,
without equivocation,
without equivocation,
mental reservation,
mental reservation,
or secret evasion,
or secret evasion,
of mind in me, whatever,
of mind in me, whatever,
finding myself under no less a penalty
finding myself under no less a penalty
than that of having
than that of having
my body severed in twain,
my body severed in twain.
my bowels taken thence,
My bowels taken thence
and burned to ashes,
and burned to ashes,
and the ashes cast
and the ashes cast
to the 4 winds of heaven,
to the 4 winds of heaven,
that no more remembrance
that no more remembrance
may be had of me
may be had
among men and masons forever.
among men and masons forever.
God,
So help me God,
and keep me
and
steadfast
keep me steadfast
in the due observance of this,
in the due observance of this,
my solemn obligation
my solemn obligation
as master mason.
as a master mason.
Now, attach your hands, bow your head, and in token of your sincerity, kiss the Holy Bible on which you have been obligated. Brother Senior Warden, release the candidate from the faith, though it being 3 times around his naked body is to signify that he is now bound to fraternity by a 3-fold tie. Being in a condition of darkness. Senior Warden, assist me in bringing the candidate from darkness to see the light by which Master Masons work. The first objects presented to your view of being brought from darkness are the 3 great lights that are in Mason, as before. With this difference. You now observe both points of the compasses, elevated above the square, which is to teach you that you are now about to receive all the light which can be conferred upon you in a lodge of Master Masons. And that you're not to lose sight of this valuable instrument, by which we are taught to circumscribe our desires, keep our passions within due bounds toward all mankind, particularly our brethren in Freemasonry. You now observe me as acting master of this lodge, approaching you from the east, under the due guard and sign for Master Mason. Entered apprentice masons, as you have already been informed, advance with their left foot. Bring the heel of the right to the hollow of the left, your feet forming a right angle. Fellowcraft masons advance with their right foot. Bring the heel of the left to the hollow of the right, your feet again forming a right angle. Master masons are taught to advance with their left foot. Bring the heel of the right to the heel of the left, your feet forming a split. This is the due guard, and alludes to the manner in which your hands were placed when you took upon yourself the solemn obligation of Master Mason. And this is a sign, and alludes to the penalty of that obligation, of having your body severed in twain, and so forth. I again take pleasure in extending you my right hand in token of the continuance of the friendship and brotherly love of this lodge, and will invest you with the past grip and word of this degree. This I will do by aid of the Senior Warden for your benefit. Brother Senior, attend.
I conceal
What do you conceal?
all the secret of Freemasonry pertaining to the degree of Master Mason.
What is this?
A grip,
Grip of what?
a past grip of a Master Mason.
Has it a name?
It has.
Give me.
I did not receive it, neither I will so impart.
I believe it.
I will settle those with you.
Again.
Nay, begin you.
Nay. Again.
Bow,
Two.
K, Cain,
Okay.
Tubal Cain.
The word is right. I greet you, my brother. Tubal Cain was the eighth man from Adam, the first artificer in metals. The brother of Jubal, the inventor of music. An account of both of whom you will find recorded in the 4th chapter of the book of Genesis. Arise. Go and salute the junior and senior orders. This Master Mason.
Pretty sure which one is yours. Yeah.
Junior word. Word's right in the south.
Writing this out, Marshal.
Where's the senior word?
Writing the words, worshipful.
Senior deacon. You conduct the candidate for the senior word in the West will teach him the word of truth. That's the Master Mason.
Receiving order. It is the order of the worshipful master to teach a candidate who wears apron as a Master Mason.
Masonic tradition informs us that in the building of King Solomon Temple, the crop were designated by the manner in which they were their apron. And their apprentice, as you already been informed, were there with the top turned up. Fellow crop with the top turned down and the left corner turned up in the form of triangle. Master Mason were, as a mark of distinction, Master Mason were there. Master Mason as a mark of distinction and mark of the distinction were there with the left corner turned down in a form of square. You are now clothed as a Master Mason. You will now be conducted to the worshipful Master in the East for further instruction.
pleasure of seeing you clad as master mason. I will now present you with all implements of Freemasonry in this room, especially the trowel. The trowel is an instrument made use of by others masons to spread the cement, which unites the building into one common mass. We, as great accepted masons, will taught to use it for a more noble and glorious purpose. The study of cement of brotherly love and affection. That cement which unites us into one sacred band or society of brothers, among whom no contentions are ever used, except that noble contention or brother in relation who best can work and best agree. Sentiment and operation. Not doubting that we will make a good use of it, as Master Mason has done in all ages before him. He will be conducted in place which you gain, invested with that for which you were divested, and in time return to the Lord. My brother is assigned to you or master upon pension or retiring from a lodge of organization, and on rising to address you, Mr. Lodge. I presume you now consider yourself to be a master mason big enough. That is, it becomes my duty to inform you that you have not yet been invested with all the secrets of this secret. Before you can be, it will be necessary for you to travel. To convince the brothers of the fidelity, and keeping inviolate that which has already been entrusted to your care. Brother Senior Deacon, bring the candidate before me, please. Should such be the case, it is forth. Hey, brother, it is presumed that you will be willing to lay down your life for the unselfish service of you. For upon this alone, my brother, depends your preaching the Son of Christ. Brother Senior Deacon, retrieve the trowel. Junior Warden, what is the hour?
I call worshipful.
Act 12, it is my will and pleasure that the Lodge of Master Mason be called for their impression, for the purpose of impression and to confer the second section of this degree. And called on again at the sound of the gavel knees.
Reverend, in the order of the worshipful master, the lodge of Master Masons will be called from labor to refreshment for purpose of setting up for the second section for a small break. To be called again at the sound of the gavel and ease. It is already. What's your name?
Steven,
Steven, my name is Diego.
it's nice to meet you. Peoria. This is my first day back in probably 6 years.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, my work schedule didn't really permit, and now I finally got a promotion, so I'm working a different schedule, and then my buddy wanted to come and meet everyone and get into it, so yeah. Thank you.
Just got raised not too long ago here in Peoria.
Oh, really? Thanks. Congratulations. I'll see you in there.
So I looked at one point I asked Aaron about or he took that pool. So then we should just to see if the were right in front of us. And then like so clean up the next
You don't want to see that.
What are you doing all the way over there? Hiding so you don't got to do the left tip?
Yeah. When they do the prayer, nobody says amen or some other G during the prayer.
Chris, put your apron on outside the jacket.
You know?
Brother, you are now allowed to represent the grand master of the gift. I will therefore address you with the guilt such as was born by that illustrious mason. Masonic tradition informs us that at the building of King Solomon's temple, it was a daily custom. The Grand Master Hiram Witt at High 12 and the craft called together for the temple to go into the temple and view the works, to see if any improvement could be made, either for strength or ornament. After which, he entered into the Sanctum Sanctorum, or Holy of Holies, to offer up his devotion to the ever-living God, and pray for wisdom necessary to enable him to do designs on the trestle board whereby the craft might pursue their labors. And all of it being now before you were. In humble imitation of that ancient custom, we will kneel for prayer.
Almighty and eternal God, great architect and ruler of the universe, at whose creative fiat all things first were made, we, the frail creatures of thy providence, humbly implore thee to pour down on the convocation's symbol in thy holy name the continual dew of thy blessing. And we especially beseech thee to impart thy grace to this thy servant, who offers himself as a candidate to partake with us in mysteries of the maçonnique, and do him with such mercy as the hour of trial and punishment. Pass him safely under the protection to the valley of the shadow of death, and that he may finally rise from the tomb of transgression and shine at the stars forever and ever. Amen.
The formal class meeting between Master Hiram Witt and Rose, and
as usual, was about to go out at the south gate.
Grandmaster Hiram of Bill. So glad to thus meet you alone. Give me the secrets of a master mason.
This is no time or place to demand those secrets.
Don't talk to me of time or place. Give me the secrets of a master mason.
When a temple is completed, if found worthy, you'll receive them lawfully as I have.
Give me the secrets of a master mason, or I will take your life.
I cannot.
Then die.
He then attempted to make his escape out at the east gate.
Grandmaster Hiram of Biff, I am glad to meet you thus alone. Give me the secrets of a master mason.
This is no time or place to demand those secrets. Wait with patience till the temple's completed.
Talk not to me of time, place, or patience, but give me the secrets of a master mason, or I will take your life.
When the temple is completed, if found worthy, you'll receive them lawfully as I have.
Give me the secrets of a master mason, or I will take your life.
The ill becomes you in this rude manner thus to demand those secrets. When the temple is completed, if found worthy, you'll receive them lawfully as I have.
Then die.
He then attempted to make his escape out at the east gate.
Grandmaster Hiram of Bill, I'm glad to meet you thus alone. Give me the secrets of a master mason, or I will take your life.
This is no time or place to demand those secrets.
Talk not to me about time, place, patience, or the completion of the temple. Give me the secrets of a master mason, or I will take your life.
It behooves you in this rude and violent manner thus to demand those secrets. When the temple is completed, if found worthy, you'll then receive them lawfully as I have.
You have passed Jubilo. Me you cannot pass. My name is Jubilum, well known for my determination of character. What I undertake, that I do. Give me the secrets of a master mason instantly, or I will take your life.
I will not.
What? Still persist? Then die.
What horrid deed is this? You have slain the Grandmaster Hiram of Bill. Without, we have searched.
This is no time for reflection. What shall we do with the body?
We will bury the rubbish in the temple in the low flow. You three will meet again and discuss what to do with it.
Agreed.
The horrid deed is done. Here, cold and mute, wrapped in the icy clasp of death, the master's face. No more the pageantry and pomp of power. No more the crowd of craftsmen hurrying to do his deeds and acts. No more the gorgeous temple rising proudly from the hills and beckoning the heavens to rest upon its heavenly columns. No more will these, his high designs, satisfy. O death untimely, yet O timely death, wrested from life while fresh, his honors clustered round about him. Before the fetid breath of calumny and marred the splendor of his name, or slander smirched the glory of his achievements, he has fallen. yielding up his life rather than break his vow, surrendering all that the world holds dear, life, power, riches, everything, yet holding fast his Masonic secret. O rare integrity, O fortitude most grand, to heed in future ages will countless thousands raise their songs of praise, and while his name be blessed and heard, and faith is true, and trust and pray. Though well kept, his secret stands revealed. I read it thus. The Masonic secret is in these three words contained: truth, honor, fortitude. Low 12, the tuneful bell rings out the hour beat. Now must we haste away, bearing the heavy burden of our remorse.
Yes, is that you, Jubilee?
Yes.
We have not here.
Now what shall we do with the body?
We will convey it to Western Manor from the temple and bury it in the brow of the hill to Mount Moriah, where I had been and prepared grave.
Agreed.
Now what shall we do?
Let us make our escape out of the kingdom.
We will travel by security along the coast towards Java and endeavor to pass.
Agreed.
But before we go, we will plant this sprig of acacia at his grave, that should future occasion require, we ourselves may not spot.
Agreed.
Seafaring man.
Let us hail him.
Hail, Captain, hail!
Hello.
Is that your ship yonder?
It is.
Whither are you bound?
To Ethiopia.
Do you take passengers?
I do.
Will you take us?
I will, if you have King Solomon's pass.
We have no pass, but we have money, and we will pay you your demands.
Then you cannot go, for I have strict orders not to take workmen from the temple out of the country unless express permission from King Solomon.
What shall we do?
Let us turn back into the country.
Agreed.
Why are you not at work today?
There are no designs upon the chessboard whereby we may pursue our labors.
This is strange.
Here, the Grand Master of Hieroglyph may be missing.
Hey! Brother Hindsight, what's the cause of this confusion in the temple?
Most Excellent King Solomon, the Grand Master of Hieroglyph is missing.
Missing? How do you know to be missing?
The nine designs upon the trust board whereby the craftsmen pursue their labors.
How long has it been missing?
Since yesterday, high 12.
That's strange. Here's some accident might have befallen the Grand Master Hieroglyph. But it might be seriously indisposed. You will order a diligent search made within several apartments of the temple to see if he can be found. Also, have a roll of work.
Fellow crafts, attend. You seen the Grand Master of Hieroglyph?
Have you seen the Grand Master of Hieroglyph?
Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen the Grand Master of Hieroglyph?
For the Grand Secretary, you will have a roll of the workman call. Ascertain if any are missing. If so, then an embargo will be placed on all shipping, so that no one may leave the realm without a royal passport.
Daniel.
Here.
Malachi.
Ready?
Jacob.
Yep.
Jubala.
No.
Jubala. Jubala. Reuben.
Here.
Judah.
Present.
Levi. Jubalo. 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 Micah.
Here.
Ephraim.
Yes, sir.
Ezra. Jubilam. 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 Joseph.
Yeah.
Ishmael.
Here.
Isaiah.
Most Excellent King Solomon, we 12 fellowcraft with 3 others, seeing the temple nearing completion and fearing we would be unable to obtain master masons' wages while traveling in foreign countries, entered into a conspiracy to extort from the Grand Master Hiram Abyss secrets of a master mason or take his life. We 12, reflecting with horror on the atrocity of the intended crime, and dreading its evil consequences, have recanted, but feared that the other 3 have persisted in putting the murderous design into execution. We therefore come before you clad in white gloves and aprons in token of our innocence, and we humbly implore your pardon.
Fellow crafts, stand aside. Brother Hiram of Tyre, the roll of the workmen have been called, and the 3 appear to be fellow craft missing. Jubala, Jubalo, and Jubalo, who from the similarity of their names are supposed to be brothers and men of Tyre.
Most Excellent King Solomon, the orders have been duly obeyed. Diligent search was made without effect, but upon calling the roll, there appear to be 3 fellow crafts missing, namely Jubala, Jubalo, and Jubalam, who from the similarities of name, supposed to be brothers.
Brother Hiram of Tyre, there appears before me 12 fellow crafts, clad in white gloves and aprons, who implored my pardon and confessed that they, along with 3 others, had entered into a conspiracy to extort from the Grand Master the secrets of a master mason, or they would take his life. They 12, however, reflecting with horror of the atrocity of the intended crime and dreading its evil consequences, had recanted, but feared that the other 3 had persisted on putting the murderous design into execution. You will therefore cause these 12 fellow crafts to be sent out, 3 north, 3 east, 3 west, and 3 south, in search of the Grand Master Hieroglyph and the deserters from the temple.
Fellow crafts, attend. Most Excellent King Solomon, the orders have been duly obeyed. Well, which way should we travel?
I propose we travel along the shore towards Joppa. Wait for it. There goes a wayfarer man.
Let us hail him.
Hail!
Hello, ¿cómo
Have you seen any workmen from the temple pass this way?
I have 3 who were endeavoring passage to Ethiopia, but not having able to obtain one, turned back in the country.
These must be the 3 of whom we're in search. What shall we do?
I propose we return to the temple and report this intelligence to King Solomon. Agreed?
Agreed.
Brother Hyman's what is the cause of this confusion? Most excellent King Solomon, fellow crafts have returned.
Fellow crafts, I do report.
Most excellent King Solomon, we 12 traveled this perilous route along the coast of our job. I had occasion to meet a wayfaring man of whom we inquired if he'd seen any of the workmen pass that way. And he informed us he had. 3 who were endeavoring to gain passage into Ethiopia, but unable to obtain one, they turned back into the country.
Brother Hyman's you will cause these fellow crafts to be again sent out in the same directions as before. But, a positive injunction that if they do not find either the Grand Master Hammerbiff or the deserters from the temple, they themselves will be deemed the murderers and suffer accordingly. For it may be that not only did they take the life of the Grand Master Hammerbiff, but also the life of the supposed deserters, the better to conceal their own guilt.
Fellow crafts, attend. Most excellent King Solomon and fellow crafts have again been sent out in accordance with your direction.
It is well.
Where should we travel now?
I propose we travel on the western course of the temple. Agreed?
Agreed.
Several days, and our supplies are nearly exhausted.
I'm weary and worn out. What shall we do?
I propose that we return to the temple, and if our brethren who were sent out in different directions, but met with no greater success, that we give ourselves up and suffer the penalty. Agreed?
Agreed.
But hold, let us separate and yet keep within hailing distance. Should any discoveries be made, we could communicate with one another.
Agreed.
I am weary and worn out. I will rest and refresh myself. This is the result of evil companionship. Had I remembered the lessons taught me in my youth, I'd now be among the workmen in the temple, honored and respected. Instead, I'm an outcast and in disgrace. But my brothers are nearly out of sight. I must arise and pursue my journey. This fortification will assist me to arrive. What? So easily giving way? Hail, brothers!
Hail, brother. Hail, brother. What discoveries have you made?
Upon ascending this hill, while being weary and wore out, I sat down to rest and refresh myself. And upon attempting to arise, I caught hold of that springification, which easily giving way excited my suspicions. Whereupon I hailed you.
The earth has been recently removed. It has the appearance of a grave.
Oh, that my throat be cut from ear to ear, my tongue be torn from its roots, buried in the rough sands of the sea, cable toes length from shore, where the rough tides will tide them regularly as it flows. Here I have consented to the death of a great man, I have great hand of death.
All that my left breast once opened, my heart taken thence, and given as a prey to the beasts of the field, and the wolves of the air. For I have consented in death of such great a man as the Grand Master Hiram Abib.
That sounds like another of the deserters.
Yes.
Jubila and Jubilo, I am more guilty than you both. It was I who struck the fatal blow. It was I who killed him. Oh, that my body had been severed in twain, my bowels taken thence and burned to ash, and those ashes cast to the four winds of heaven, that no more remembrance may be had of me among men and masons forever. Ere I had killed so good and great a man as the Grand Master Hiram.
That's the voice of Jubilo.
What should we do?
Let us rush upon, seize, bind, and take them up to the west gate of the temple.
Agreed.
There they are, you know.
All right, get in here. Bring them along. Bring them along.
Brother Hiram tired. Those are causes confusion among the crowd.
Most excellent King Solomon, the fellow Christ have returned.
Brother Cross of your reports.
Most excellent King Solomon. We three telegraphed, traveled a westerly course from the temple, had occasion to ascend a hill, at the brow of which I, being more weary than the others, sat down to rest and refresh myself. And upon attempting to rise, I caught hold of a sprig of acacia, which easily giving way excited my suspicions, whereupon I hailed my brethren. And while consulting on the spot, the earth having been recently removed and it having the appearance of a grave, we heard voices issuing from the cleft of the adjacent rocks, which we recognized as those of the deserters, each severally accusing each other and excusing themselves. Whereupon we rushed upon, seized, bound, and brought them up to the west gate of the temple.
Brother Hiram tired. Have them brought before me in the east.
Brother Grand Marshal, attend.
Ugly criminals. King Solomon.
Follow me. Forward, march.
Right turn. That way.
Jubilo. You stand here before me charged with the murder of the Grand Master Hiram Abib. What say you, Jubilo? Are you guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, most excellent King Solomon. May my throat be cut from ear to ear, my tongue be torn from its roots, buried in the rough sands of the sea. The cable flows length from shore, where the tide regularly ebbs and flows.
What say you, Jubilo? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. More guilty, most excellent King Solomon. So that my left breast be torn open, my heart taken thence, and given as the prey to the beasts of the field and the vultures of the air.
Jubilo, what say you? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. More guilty. Most guilty. Most excellent King Solomon. I am more guilty than they both. It was I. It was I. Oh, that my body had been severed in twain. My bowels taken thence and burned to ash. Those ashes cast to the four winds of heaven, that no more remembrance may be had of me among men and nations forever.
Vile and impious wretches, thus to have imbrued your hands in innocent blood. Lift up your heads and receive your sentence. It is by my orders that you be taken without the gates of the city, and there severally executed with the implications which have just fallen from your own mouth. Brother Hiram tired. See this, my order is duly executed.
Brother Grand Marshal, attend.
that face. Lord, look.
Orders have been duly executed.
We will cause these photographs to be sent to the place where the weary brother sat down to rest and refresh himself, to seek for the body of the Grand Master Biff, and if found, to search diligently on and about it for the secrets of the Master Mason, or a key thereto.
Photographs, attend.
That's the spot. Let us remove the earth.
The body of the Grand Master Biff.
There's his jewel. In order to build and search on it about it. The secrets of the Master Mason are key there too. I can find nothing. Can you?
I can find nothing. Can you?
I can find nothing. What shall we do?
Let us remove the jewel, return, and report. Agreed?
Agreed.
Behold, let us first take the dimensions of the grave. It is dug due east and west, and 6 feet in depth. Now let us return and report.
Agreed.
Of King Solomon, we repaired to the spot where I sat down to rest and refresh myself. And upon removing the earth, found the body of the Grand Master Biff in a grave dug due east and west and 6 feet in depth. Diligent search was made all about it, but we were unable to find the secrets of the Master Mason or a key thereto. But this we did find, which I recognize as the jewel belonging to the Grand Master Biff.
Then the Master's word is lost. Brother Heimertine, take unto yourself suitable assistance and go with me to raise the body of the Grand Master Biff for a more decent.
Brother Grand Marshal, form a procession in the east.
Brother Stewart, take your position. Reverends, stewards, double floor.
Need a junior again.
Solemn strife for funeral time, notes of our departing time, as we journey here below, through a pilgrimage of woe. Mortals now indulge a tear, for mortality is here. See how wide her trophies wave o'er the slum.
celestial wing, to our funeral altar come, what our friend and brother home, Lord of all, below, above, fill our souls with truth and love, as dissolves our earthly tie, take us to thy lodge on high.
In order, works.
O Lord my God, O Lord my God, O Lord my God, is there no help for the widow's son?
Brother, I'm retired. You will raise the body by the grip of an inner French mason.
Most excellent King Solomon, the body cannot be so raised, owing to its advanced state of decomposition. It having been dead 15 days, skin slips from the flesh.
Then you will endeavor to raise the body by the true grip of a fellow craft.
Most excellent King Solomon, for like reasons before, the body cannot be thus raised. The flesh cleaves from the bone.
Brother, I'm retired. What shall we do?
Let us pray.
Brethren, let us pray.
O God, knowest our down sittings and our uprisings, and our understandest our thoughts afar off. Shield and defend us from the evil intentions of our enemies, and support us under the trials and afflictions which we are destined to endure while traveling through this vale of tears. Man that is born of woman is of few days and full of trouble. He cometh forth as a flower and is cut down. He fleeth as well as a shadow and continued not. Seeing that his days are determined, the number of his months is with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish his day. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch therefore will not cease. But man dieth and wasteth away, yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? As the waters fail from the sea, and the flood decayeth and drieth up, so man lieth down, and riseth not up, till the heavens shall be no more. Yet, O Lord, have compassion on the children of thy creation, and minister them comfort in the time of trouble, and save them with everlasting salvation. Amen.
Brother Hyman, your counsel is good and timely. Nations should ever remember that when human strength and wisdom fail, we are to find assistance through the medium of prayer. My mind is now clear. And although the skin slips from the flesh and the flesh clings from the bone, there is yet still strength in the lion of the tribe of Judah. The body shall be raised on the 5 points of fellowship, and the first words spoken or uttered after the body is raised will be the substitute for the ancient master's word until future generations discover right.
My brothers, the word, which in your obligation you solemnly swore not to give in any other matter from them as you might thereafter receive it, and being on the 5 points of fellowship, and those otherwise are above you. The 5 points of fellowship are foot to foot, knee to knee, breast to breast, hand to back, and mouth to ear, are thus explained. Foot to foot, he knows that you will not hesitate to go and foot out of your way to serve him with his other master mason. Knee to knee, bring your devotion to the living God. And remember the welfare of the brother master mason as you know. Breast to breast, that you will keep the secrets of the brother master mason as your own, and given to you in charge as such, murder and treaty accepted. Hand to back, that you will ever be ready to stretch forth a helping hand, raise your fallen brother. And mouth to ear, that you will whisper the counsel of his ear, gently admonish him of his error, in a most friendly manner, and ever bring about reformation. You will hid and go on 5 points of fellowship, and your benefit, good. Knee to knee, breast to breast, and back, mouth to ear, this, my brother, is the true grip of the master mason. Instead, the body of the Grandmaster Hyman and death was raised from the grave. Since which time this has been adopted true grip of the master mason. There's a lecture appertaining to this degree which, when you are seated in a chair provided for you, Worship Brother Ariel Mecker, proceed to give.
That's right. That's right. How things been going?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go. Master wasn't up here.
Congratulations, appreciate it.
Got out of that one. You got me nervous
Fun to
there.
mess with you guys.
See you next time.
Well, yeah. The same.
Who got the jewel? You're doing it friend, right?
I got one.
No, the jewel is good.
Oh.
Live.
Who got the jewel?
No.
Congratulations for being about the degree of mathematics. What you will do when you are is the lecture is all about, but this time you can see what transpires on your journey to be a master mason. And by now hopefully you will appreciate. You went through first, second, and third degree for the brethren of the spoke to you. As you can see, there's no book. They're all regulations, what they did. And you will hear a lot of, on my lecture, you will hear a lot of King Solomon, Haramotai, and Haramobet. Those are representing the worshiping master, senior warden, and the junior warden for your benefit. Okay? We read in the Holy Writings that was decreed in the wisdom council of DP aforetime that a house should be built, erected to God, and dedicated to His holy name. We also learn from the same sacred source that David, king of Israel, desired to build a house. But that consequence of his reign, having been of many wars and much bloodshed, that distinguished privilege was denied him. He was not, however, left without hope, for God promised him that out of his loins there should be a man who will be adequate to the performance of sovereign and glorious undertaking. That promise was verified in the person and character of Solomon, his son, who ascended the throne. And after David was gathered to his father, ruled over Israel at that time when the great Jewish historian came to life. Peace and tranquility pervaded the world, and all I seemed to be directed towards Jerusalem at is to witness the splendid display of the wisdom of Solomon. About this time, King Solomon received a congratulatory letter from Hiram, king of Tyre, desired him to participate in the small degree, at least in the rich honor revealed him to be clustering around his throne. And his reciprocation with the Hiram of Tyre, King Solomon desired him to participate, well skilled in the art and science. And his attention was directed to Hiram, the widow son from the tribe of Naphtali. And King Solomon sent Haramobet brought out of Tyre. When the preliminary arrangement for the erection of the temple was completed, it was commenced in the 4th year of the reign of King Solomon, under the auspices of 3 grand masters: Solomon, king of Israel, Hiram, king of Tyre, and Haramobet, the widow son, but more immediate inspection of Haramobet, who was the architect of the world. We have this evening, my brother, represented a tragedy with Masonic tradition in format. Actually took place when the temple was nearing its completion, and which resulted in the death of the Grand Master, Haramobet. His death is premeditated, and the circumstances were attending as were as follows. 15 fellowcrats, seeing the temple was nearing its completion, fearing that they would not be able to obtain master mason wages while traveling in the foreign country, entered into conspiracy to extort from the Grand Master Haramobet the secret of master mason or take his life. 12 of them, however, reflecting with horror upon the atrocity of the intended crime, dreading its evil consequence, had recanted. But the other 3, named Jubalo, and Jubalo, being more hardly believing, persisted in putting the murderous design into execution. They accordingly stationed themselves at the south, west, and east gates of the temple at high wall, knowing it to be the daily custom of the Grand Master Hiram of it, when the crowd were called from labor to refreshment, to go into the temple to view the work, to see if any improvement could be made, either from strength or ornament. After which he entered the sanctuary or holy of holies, to open up his devotion to the ever-living God and pray for wisdom necessary to enable him to draw design upon the classic board. After performing the pious duty, the Grand Master Hiram of it, as usual, was to go up at the south gate, which he found closely guarded by Jubala, who tried to murder him, the secret of a master mason or his mistake life. And upon the third refusal, he swore him across the throat with a painful gate. He then attempted to pass out at the west gate, which he found more closely guarded by Jubala, who also tried to manage of him the secret of a master mason, or he would take his life. And upon the third refusal, he smote him upon the left breast with an angle of his square. He then endeavored to make his escape out at the east gate, which he found more closely guarded by Jubala, who, seeing the ill success of his brother, determined that he would not pass him by without accomplishment with moral purpose. He therefore prayed several times, demanded of him a secret of a master mason, or he would take his life. And upon the third refusal, he smote him on the head and fell his death at his feet. They buried the body in the rabbits of the temple, and agreed to meet again at 12, which is 12 at night or midnight, and consult what further to do with it. They made agreeable appointment, conveyed the body a westerly course from the temple, and buried at the broad by hill in Memorial, and planted his head of a picture at the head of the grave. That future occasion required, they themselves might know this path. They then traveled a security route along the coast toward Java to endeavor to gain passage into Ethiopia, but not being able to obtain one, turned back into the country and secreted themselves in the cave near the place where they had buried the body. On the following day, King Solomon entered the temple, and finding the crowd in the utmost confusion, demanded of Hiram the cause, who informed him that the Grand Master Hiram of it is missing. King Solomon inquired how he knew he was missing, and learned there's no new design upon the trusser board, whereby the crowd may pursue their labor. He then inquired how long he has been missing, and was informed since the day before at high tide. King Solomon remarks that this is strange, that if there's some accident had befallen the Grand Master Hiram of it, or at least he might be seriously indisposed, and ordered diligent search to be made in several apartments of the temple to see if it could be found, and also have the roll of the workmen called. His order was duly obeyed. Diligent search was made without effect, but upon calling the roll, they had appeared 3 fellow crabs missing, namely Jubalo, and Jubalam. Being the similarity of their name, they're supposed to be brothers and men of Tyre. King Solomon then informed Hiram, king of Tyre, that in the meantime they had appeared before him 12 fellow crabs, clad with white gloves and aprons, in token of their innocence, who informed his pardon and confessed that they with 3 others, fearing that they would not be able to obtain master mason wages while traveling in the foreign country, entered into conspiracy to extort from the Grand Master Hiram of it the secret of a master mason, or take his life. 12 of them, however, reflected with horror upon the atrocity of the intended crime, pleading in civil consequence had recanted, but the other 3 persisted in putting the murderous pair into execution. King Solomon then ordered these 12 fellow crabs to be sent out, 3 north, 3 west, 3 east, and 3 south, in search of the Grand Master Hiram of it and the deserter from the temple. The 3 would travel along the coast toward Joppa, met a wayfaring man of whom they inquired if they have seen any workmen from the temple pass this way. He informed them he has. 3 who were endeavoring to gain passage into Ethiopia, but not being able to obtain one, turned back to the country. The fellow craft returned to the temple and reported this intelligence to King Solomon, who thereupon ordered the fellow craft to be again sent out with the same direction as before, but with a positive injunction that if they did not find either the Grand Master Hiram of it or the deserter from the temple, they themselves would be deemed the murderer and suffer accordingly. For it may be, he added, that they have not only taken the life of the Grand Master Hiram of it, but also the life of the supposed deserter, the bearer to conceal their own guilt. The fellow crafter again sent out in accordance with this direction. The 3 who traveled a westerly course from the temple had occasion to assail a hill of a rock, of which one of them, more weary than the other, sat down to rest and refresh himself. While attempting to arise, got a hold of his spray of acacia, easily giving away. Excited his suspicion, whereupon he held his brother. Upon consulting the spot, the earth having been recently removed, and his appearance of the grave, they heard exclamation issuing from the table they guessed and crowd, which they recognized as the voice of the deserter, severely accusing themselves and excusing each other. Whereas they rushed upon seized, bound, and took them out at the west gate of the temple and brought before King Solomon in the east, where they confessed thy guilt, and were by his order taken out without the city and severely executed in accordance with the imprecation which has just quoted from their own mouth. King Solomon then ordered the fellow craft where the weary brother sat down to rest and refresh himself, to seek for the body of the Grand Master Hiram of it. And he found to search diligently on in a forest for the secret of a master mason or a key thereto. The fellow craft repaired to the spot, and upon removing the earth, found the body of the Grand Master Hiram of it in the grave, dug due east and west, and 6 feet in depth. Diligent search was made on the body for the secret of a master mason or a key thereto, but they did not find the secret. But they did find the jewel worn by the Grand Master Hiram of it. Upon this intelligence being communicated to King Solomon, he exclaimed, "Then the mastered word is lost," which might seem to imply to you, my brother, that no one but the Grand Master Hiram of it possessed the word. Such, however, was not the case. Masonic tradition informs us that in the building of King Solomon, there were 3 Grand Masters: Solomon, king of Israel, Hiram, king of Tyre, and Hiram of it, who entered into a solemn covenant not to give the secret of a master mason when assailed by the ruffian, choosing rather to lie down his life than to forfeit his integrity. For that alone, my brother, is well worthy of imitation. Grand Master King Solomon ordered Hiram, king of Tyre, to take unto himself suitable assistant and go with him to raise the body of the Grand Master Hiram of it. And upon arriving the grave, they thrice raised their head, "O Lord my God, O Lord my God, O Lord my God." Since, my brother, this has been adopted as a grand hailing sign of a master mason, which you are never to give, unless you are in real distress or for instruction. And when you see this sign is given, you are to regard the person giving it as a master mason in distress, and it will be your indispensable duty to relieve him so far as you can do so without serious injury to yourself or family. In addition to the word accompanying with the sign, this word may be used when you cannot There's no help for a widow's son. There's no help for a widow's son, which is also a signal of distress to be given when the son cannot be seen, and to which you are to pay like attention. King Solomon then ordered Hiram, king of Tyre, to raise the body by the grip of enter the apprentice mason. But it was important the body could not be thus raised, owing to its advanced state of decomposition, is having been dead for 15 days. The flesh clipped from the bone. King Solomon then ordered Hiram, king of Tyre, to endeavor to raise the body by the true grip of fellowcraft. But for like reason as before, the body could not be thus raised. The flesh clipped from the bone. And King Solomon exclaimed, then it should be raised by the strong grip of the lion's paw and on the 5 points of the fellowship. And the first word is spoken or uttered after the body is thus raised should be the substitute for the ancient mastered word until the future generation discover the right. Thus, my brother, was the body of the Grand Master Hiram, raised from the grave, conveyed at the temple and buried, which made 3 times. First in the rabbis of the temple by the Rabban, second of the hill of the Mount Moriah by the same, lastly near Saptorium, or Holy of Holies, where Masonic tradition informs us. There was erected to his memory a marble monument consisting of a beautiful column broken by its standing virgin weeping, an open book before her, the sprig of acacia in her right hand, the urn in the left hand, and time patiently unfolding the ringlets of her hair. The broken column denotes the untimely death of the Grand Master Hiram. The virgin weeping, the unfinished state of the temple. The book opened before her, that the memory of his many virtues is recorded in every mason's heart. The sprig of acacia in her right hand, the early discovery of his grave, the urn in the left hand, that the ashes of this distinguished and exemplary mason are faithfully deposited. And time patiently unfolding the ringlets of her hair denotes that time, patience, and perseverance will complete all things. This, my brother, concludes the first section of this lecture of this degree. They have a second section. When I have sipped my water, I will continue to give. The third section illustrates certain hierarchical emblems, well calculated to increase talent and promote virtue. In it, many particulars related to the building of King Solomon's temple are noticed. That famous fabric, as I before informed you, was commenced in the 4th year of the reign of King Solomon on the 2nd day of the month. Being on the 2nd day of the sacred year, it was located on Mount Moriah, near the place. So Mount Moriah, where Abraham was about to offer his son Isaac, and where they did meet in a feast, the destroying angel. It was supported by 1,453 columns, 2,600 pilasters, all new from the finest Syrian marble. They were employing it, erection, 3 grand masters, 3,300 master or overseer of the work, 80,000 fellowcraft or hearer in the mountain, 70,000 entered apprentice or barrier or boarder, when also classed and arranged by the wisdom of Solomon that neither in vain, discord, confusion was suffered to interrupt or disturb the peace and good fellowship among the workmen, except in the single instant which we have this evening represented, and which resulted in the death of the Grand Master Hiram of it. A startling evidence of interposition of divine providence were informed by the great Jewish historian Josephus that although more than 7 years were occupied in its building, yet it did not rain in the daytime. but in the night season only, that the workmen might not be obstructed from their labor. We also learn from the same sacred source that we did not hear a sound of axe, hammer, or any tools of iron in the house while it was building is being put together in the manner described to you in the preceding degree. Enter the apprentice mason assembled in the ground floor of King Solomon's temple. Their lodges consisted of not less than 7. One master, the others entered the apprentice. Fellow craft held their meeting in the middle chamber. Their lodges consisted of not less than 5. 2 master, the others fellow craft. Master mason meet in the sacrum sanctorium or holy of holies. Their lodges consisted of 3 master masons. Master mason now said to be supported by 3 great pillars dominating wisdom, strength, and beauty. There should be wisdom to construct, strength to support, and beauty to adorn all great and important undertakings. The pillar of wisdom is said to represent Solomon, king of Israel, as by his wisdom the mighty edifice which erected, which immortalized his name. The pillar of his strength is said to represent King Hiram, king of Tyre, who made an engagement to King Solomon to pay the crowd their wages if any be due, that none may go away dissatisfied. Harmony being the strength and support of all society, especially of ours. And the pillar of beauty is said to represent Hiram, the widow's son. But his duty it was to call the crowd from labor to refreshment and high clothes, where is the beauty and glory of the day. The hieroglyphical emblem explained of this degree are the tea of set, the cup of incense, the beehive, and the book of constitution guarded by the tailor's swords. The swords pointing at the naked heart, and all-seeing eyes, the anchor and the ark, the 47th problem of the Euclid, the hourglass of the sin. The explanation of these 8 classes is to be found in every various monitor, which have from time to time being adopted by the fraternity, and it's hoped that you will soon make yourself familiar. The 9th or last class is not meritorial, being confident to the repository of faithful breath. It consists of the setting mold, the spade, the coffin, and the sprig of acacia. The first 3 are emblem of mortality. The last is an emblem of immortality. By the setting mold, we are reminded of that, with the Grand Master Aaron Beth was his name. By the coffin of that, which dug his grave, and by the spade of that, which dug his grave, and by the coffin of that, which received his remains. These to the rational thinking mind are calculated to produce serious melancholy and reflection. But when we look forward to the sprig of acacia, which budded and bloomed at the head of his grave, we are reminded to the immortal part, the spirit or soul of man, which will live when time shall be no more. It is the inspiration of that great divinity whom we adore, and bears the nearest resemblance or affinity to that supreme intelligence which pervades all nature, which will never, never, never die. Hence, my brother, how important it is that we should imitate the Grand Master Hiram and his inflexible fidelity to his trust, that maybe we prepare death, not as a great tyrant, but as a kind messenger to translate us from this imperfect to that all-perfect, glorious celestial lands above, where the supreme Grand Master of the universe forever preside. This, my brother, conclude the lecture of this degree. And worshipful Kerban will give you the charge. I have something here for you, brother. My brother, it is my pleasant duty to present to you your own volume of sacred life. That great life in making. Before doing so, however, I have certain observations to make concerning this holy book, and this your third degree, to which I trust you will pay strict attention. The Holy Bible is commonly thought of as one book because it has a front and a back cover. However, it's a library of 66 books, 39 of which are found in the Old Testament and 27 in the New Testament. These books represent the sacred literature of the Hebrew race and are the product of many centuries of varied authorship and subject matter. They combine law, history, poetry, philosophy, biography, ethics, and the revelation of the divine truth and light. Diverse as the subject and authors are, remote as the legend types and styles of expression are, the intelligent reader discovers an ever-increasing purpose running through the pages like a silver thread through a darker fabric. Veritable flashes of truth and light reveal the true character and mind of God and his never-failing love towards all mankind. The Holy Bible is the world's supreme record of man's experience with faith. It is the Mason's trestle board in character building. That important duty to which you have dedicated yourself this evening and have been emblematically presented the tools of this degree. In this holy book are laid down the principles for correct living. Its great men loom large upon the background of world history. They lived, they fought, they loved, they sinned, they repented. And they have left behind them here in this holy book the testimony that the keeping of God's law and the doing of God's will are the only things in this life worth living for. We need to know our Bible, to learn its precepts, to reverence it as our great book friend. And my brother, that your feet may not stumble, and that your pathway through light may be well lighted. Your brethren of this lodge have commissioned me to place in your hands this evening your own volume of sacred law, that great Masonic light, on which you took all three of your obligations, with the prayer that it may indeed be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. We bid you read it frequently, carefully, and thoroughly, and urge you to use it as a guide in your earnest effort to become a better man and a better Mason. A credit to this lodge in particular, and an asset to the community wherein you may at any time reside. My brother, this is your guidebook for building your spiritual temple. That edifice within you over which you are the architect of your very own soul. That soul that was so eloquently represented this evening by Grand Master Hiram V, and you, yes you, representing him. Despite the guidance so beautifully woven throughout this book, and because we are all human, there may be times in a man's life, or your life, where the pressures or drama of life leads him astray. So far astray that his spiritual temple begins to suffer or crumble under those pressures. So what do you do when you see or are aware of a brother downtrodden, suffering from the pressures of life? Or, if you are the one suffering, what are your expectations? Tonight, you are admonished that you will unselfishly go on foot and out of your way to aid and succor a needy brother. That you will ever remember a brother's welfare as well as your own in all your applications to deity. That you will keep in your breast a brother's secrets. That you will be ever ready to stretch forth your hands to aid and support a falling brother. and that you will ever whisper good counsel in the ear of a brother, and in the most friendly manner remind him of his errors and endeavor to aid in his reformation, and will give him due and timely notice, that he may ward off all approaching danger. My brother, we are the architects of our own souls. The strength of our spiritual temples comes from our being the masters of our own souls, and from the guidance offered from within this lodge and that great light in masonry. Congratulations, my brother. Now I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the book you hold in your hands. And I'd like for you to keep this for reference because you need to memorize this later. The front of this Bible contains a title page, and in there you will find the signatures of the officers of Peoria Lodge number 31. And on the following page, you will find the signatures of all the brothers present here this evening. Further past that, you will find an opportunity to register your Masonic life should you choose to pursue the Scottish or the York Rite, or if you become involved in the Eastern Star. All those pages are set aside for you for keeping a record, as well as the genealogy of your family to be able to pass on to future ages. Congratulations and enjoy that book.
Your study conformity or useful regulations that pointed you out as a proper object for this conclusion of the session. You can honor now life, find you to be faithful to every trust. Support the dignity of your character on all occasions, and strenuously to enforce by precept and example the steady obedience to the tenets of Freemasonry. Exemplary conduct on your part will convince the world that merit is a just type to all privileges, and that on you unfazed of not, and universally bestowed. As a Master Mason, you are authorized to correct the irregularities of your less conformed brethren, to fortify their minds with resolution against the snares of the insidious, and to guard them against every allurement of vicious practices. To preserve unsullied the reputation of the fraternity ought to be your constant care, and therefore it becomes your province to caution the inexperienced against any breach of fidelity. To your inferiors in rank or office, you are to recommend obedience and submission. To your equals, courtesy and affability. And to your superiors, kindness and condescension. Universal benevolence you are zealously to inculcate by the regularity of your own conduct, and then to remove every aspersion against this venerable institution. Our ancient landmarks you are carefully to preserve and never to suffer them under any pretense to be infringed. You are never to countenance any deviation from our established customs. Your honor and reputation are concerned in supporting the dignity and respectable character which you now bear. Let no motive, therefore, make you swerve from your duty, violate your vows, or betray your trust. But be true and faithful and imitate the example of that celebrated artist whom you have this evening represented. Thus you will render yourself deserving of the honor which we have conferred, and worthy of the confidence we have reposed in you. Brother Senior Deacon, will now perform the traveling charge.
Brother Jacob, the particular reason you have chosen to become a member of this Grammar of the Lord is only known to yourself. It must have been the prompting of idle curiosity, without being true. Now, they will satisfy. It must have been because of a relative or a close friend, Mr. Mason, and has expressed the desires for you to become one too, and follow in their footsteps. That being true, it is not only an honor to yourself, but an honor to fraternity as well. For my brother, in Mason's Lodge with darkened eyes, with fable tale about me, I swear to hail all mysteries that Masons prize and Masons keep. All secrets whispered low, all words they speak, all things they do, in the satanic copy. On yonder book, that oath I took, will I break it? Never. Stand by this, and this, and this, forever and forever. I swear to answer and obey all summons sent me duly, by brother's hand or lodge array. I swear I'll never stray from the ancient laws and rules that bound Freemason and days renowned, but will observe them truly. On yonder book, that oath I took, will I break them? Never. But stand by this, and this, and this, forever and forever. I swear to lead with generous care all those in sorrow hidden, a brother on the darkened square, the mourners with disheveled hair, the orphans doomed, alas, to stray, upon a rough and rugged way, while tears gush forth unbidden. And guess what? On yonder book, that oath I took. Will I break them? Never. Stand by this, and this, and this, forever and forever. I swear to deal in honesty with each true heart around me, that honor right should ever be. Unbroken bond to win him or me. No wrong, no guilt, no cruel fraud should ever break that sacred cord by which my vows have bound me. On yonder book, that oath I took. Will I break them? Never. Stand by this, and this, and this, forever and forever. I swore the portals close to guard of the Masonic temple, to rid the quarries of their law, to build each mystic waltz across, with body perfect, upright heart, and mind mature in moral arts, in precepts and in examples. Guess what? On yonder book, that oath I took. Will I break it? Never. Stand by this, and this, and this, forever and forever. As for the chastity close to God of Mason's widow, wife or child, his mother or sister defiled, to them I pledge a brother's vow. By him who rules the lodge above, to be a true defender. On yonder book, that oath I took, will I break it? Never. Stand by this, and this, and this. My brother Jacob, these are your vows. Be they your cares, and may such aid be given, in answer to your earnest prayers, that you may ever do or dare all that God's gracious laws enjoin, so that when evening shades decline, you may be found in heaven. With me, on yonder book, that oath I took, will I break them? Never. Stand by this, and this, and this, forever. Congratulations.
alternative of finding faithful, true, and just. Convince the whole world of becoming a master mason. You will become a better man. King I entreat you that goodness of heart, love of virtue, and the courage of intention which you think you now possess, in which the spotless testament with which you are girded, is at once the emblem, badge, and reward. Nothing now remains to constitute you a member of Memorial Lodge number 31, free and accepted Mason, State of Arizona. You inherit the Secretary of State, and the same bylaws. Subject you to this burden and responsibility.
My brother, stand before the altar of Freemason, on which is always placed the Holy Bible, square, and compasses. The greatest of these is the Holy Bible, it being God's inestimable gift to man as a rule and guide of his faith, and upon it all regular Masons. You will notice that the area between the altar and the master's pedestal is never violated, except during the ceremonies of your initiation. This is signified that no man can have the wisdom to rule and govern his lodge unless the light which emanates from this great book shines upon him without blemish. The ballot box. Given the article of furniture worthy of the place upon the altar. It is by use of the ballot box that members of the Masonic fraternity determine who shall be their brothers. Balloting is a serious duty, one that you should learn to do with absolute correctness and complete understanding. Balloting is done by approaching the altar, giving the due guard, and sign of the appropriate degree. By selecting a white ball or a black cube, pushing it through an aperture, whence it will fall into a secret compartment. Thus you are reminded to make known or to discuss your ballot is a Masonic. The ballot box is not a place to exercise a personal quarrel, a petty grudge, or private pique. You alone determine the qualifications of the candidate. Bearing in mind that the Masonic fraternity is not an institution to make inferior men good, rather, an institution to make good men better. Should there be any doubt in your mind regarding the qualifications of the candidate, you will give your lodge the benefit of the doubt. You guys are making it up. Remember that one man can do the fraternity more harm than 100 good men can overcome. So cast your ballot without fear, favor, or prejudice. Remember that white balls are left. And all it takes is one black ball, Q, to reject. Look well to your ballot. Vote for the good news.
first thing I have for you is your apron. This is the landscape apron that we presented to you at your first degree. And then we get back from you to hang out. So there's the landscape apron for you to wear. Remember from the degree of yours to wear to honor the life. Many brethren will keep it in their case so they pass on, and that is their coffin apron. Other brethren will wear it out without, as yours to wear. I also have the trowel that we gave to you earlier today. To remind you how to use this, so that they can give you those instructions and then give it back when you want to give it back to you. That is yours. And then lastly, is your Masonic patent that has all of your initiated past and raised dates on it in the offices and traditional today. That's all I've got for you. All I've got for you.
Are there any other presentations to be made this evening?
This is something that each of our family has been doing. Last night I knelt where Hiram knelt and took an obligation. Today I'm closer to my God, and I'm a master mason. Though heretofore my fellow man seemed each one like the other, today I search each one apart. I'm looking for my brother. And as I feel his friendly grip, it fills my heart with pride. I know that while I'm on the square, that he is on my side. His footsteps on my errand go. If he should such require, his prayers will plead on my behalf, if I should so desire. My words are safe within his breast, as though within my own. His hand forever at my back, to help me safely home. Good counsel whispers in my ear, and warns of any danger. My square and compass, brother now, who once would call me stranger. I might have lived a normal life, and risen to distinctions, without my brother's helping hand, and the fellowship of masons. But God, who knows how hard it is to resist life's temptation, knows why I knelt where Hiram knelt and took an obligation.
Any more presentations?
Well, congratulations, brother. And I hope you're going to be very being Master Mason. Congratulations.
Brother Jacob, for the last few months, we've gone through a lot. This time, is there anything you'd like to say? You're on deck.
I'd like to thank all the brothers here at this lodge. From day one, meeting every one of you, I felt something special, more so than just being a stranger. And I'm just looking forward to getting to know all of you better. Thank you to my Kerback clan for all the support for this time, and hope I made you proud. And let's keep going.
You will now be seated among the brethren.
You're welcome.
tonight and played tonight's drama. Starting with you,
Jacob, Gary Grandio, Brother Gary Grandio, senior deacon for this year. Played the seat as a senior deacon, also did a tramp charge and a wayfaring on the second part of the second section. Congratulations.
Blessed mission, brother. And I know that it's really hard to be a part of this fraternity, but anyway, for a few months, you made it. So congratulations. My name is Monty.
Marshall.
And the Marshal of the Lot.
Remember him.
And I played the third program. Jacob, was mostly senior deacon here a lot. Professionally graduate, and six of that amazing.
Jacob, I'm a ritual master of Glendale 23, and I played higher mechanic tire in 22, and so you do the color box. Right.
Russ Nichols, Telegraph 1, and the senior deacon in the second section.
Jacob, I'm Mike Mosley. I presented to you your Bible. I'm also the chairman of the mentorship committee for Peoria Launch Studio. Should you ever require any additional mentorship? So it looks like you've got a fair bit covered.
Brother Jacob, congratulations. I took the pleasure of shaking you around a little bit as you go up. Second. David Aguayo, I'm the treasurer of Peoria Launch.
Brother Jacob, or you are great sitting master of Peoria Land. I did a little bit more during your
Brother Thomas Sedenfeller, senior steward at Peoria Lodge, and did that job tonight, and I made sure to take.
That's the name. Thank you.
Jacob Matthew Acosta, junior warden. Played the junior warden tonight. You get to see my second. You get to see my second go around in a minute. Junior warden.
Yeah, yes, that's all he asked for was today.
Thank you all for being workmen in the party. And the other reason is so that when Jacob sees you, he'll put the name together with what you did to raise him to a sublime degree of mastery. And once in a lifetime. Through all our troubles since the fire, and before that. And I thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Is there anything further to be brought before this lodge of consecration before we close?
You think, worshipful, first of all, congratulations, Brother Jacob, being a master mason. Also, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart for the Glendale Lodge for accepting us to be here to do the third degree, and the people who prepared the food. That's fantastic. And also, as you know, I've been living for 50 days this coming of January 25th, and I'll be back March 15th. For my long vacation, my senior warden and everybody will try to help to put the degree together and what's the schedule coming up. And I can be reached on my email and text or messenger in case you really need to get in touch with me. Again, thank you, Worshipful. You did a very great job, and I'm so proud to all officers. They did magnificent job. This is our first month of this year, and the practice really helped. Thank you very, very much.
Anything in the South?
I'd like to thank Glendale and everybody else who stepped up to help us out with this degree and for having us. The food was delicious. We really appreciate you guys helping us out and having us in your lodge tonight. And I'd like to congratulate you, Jacob. Look forward to hearing your proficiency. I was part of his proficiency board for his second degree, and it was spot on. So I'm excited to hear the third degree proficiency. That's all works for.
Anything on your table, Brother Secretary?
No, so I already communicated with Jacob when he was at my desk when he wanted me to. However, I do want to add one thing. I know we thanked a lot of the brethren from Glendale for their participation, and we had a lot of help. I want to point out one brother specifically, Matt Baker, because Matt Baker was hanging around my desk when we started that second section, and I said, Matt, I don't know if we have a third fellow back. It hasn't been communicated to me. And he said, well, nobody asked me. And I said, well, I'm not asking you. Nobody asked me either, but you might be needed. And sure enough, we didn't have a third fellow captain, and at the moment, he literally jumped up and got in there and did an excellent job. So I think he deserves a round of applause for that.
Do you have a schedule of upcoming meetings or?
I believe, Boris will correct me if I'm wrong, next week I know is a second degree here. The following week, I believe, is education at Scottish Rite.
Yes.
And then the following week after that will be our February state meeting.
State meeting. All degree gonna be done in Scottish Rite except third degree here. Starting next month, we'll start doing the second degree in the Scottish Rite. I will bring the two feeler from the storage and take it to Scottish Rite this coming Thursday.
Has any brother anything to offer for the good of masonry in general, or this lodge in particular?
Worship and Master, on our calendar for this Saturday, I believe we have ritual club meeting. Is that still on that?
Not sure. Are you going to have it on Saturday?
I'm going to have a ritual club meeting on Saturday at 9 o'clock at Scottish Rite. No, is that where am I going to do it?
Well, let me address that. I sat with Brother Hal and Antonio.
Yes.
And I did not discuss. We discussed the future meeting except Tuesday. And he said the only thing we're gonna have to do is give them a call, make sure there's no conflict to their schedule. Okay. And I did not discuss about this coming Saturday meeting. I think we'll move that somewhere in February. I will sit with senior warden to set it up and give Hal a call. Okay. For the future meeting this coming February.
Very well.
Thank you, Worship. Thank you, Worship. It's my bad. I forget all about it.
Not a problem. For the members of Glendale Lodge, I come from Iowa. And we had for many years a meeting called Durée and Star. In which a group of lodges would meet on the fourth Monday of the month. And we would work either the first, second, or third session, third, second session. And then after that, it was the pleasure of the craft. I suggested that we establish something known as a ritual club for Peoria Lodge number 31, so we could get ourselves up to a higher level in our ritual. Preserving the ritual correctly and delivering it correctly needs to be our focus. Not our only focus, because the other half of it is our fellowship. We don't want to neglect who we want. We do not want to become complacent in our use of the ritual, because complacency runs like a bacteria through an organization. So it's my endeavor to make sure that our ritual is best as it can be. Always striving for perfection, but sticking with good enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Mike. In case any of you wonder why I use a study hall as a gavel tonight, my youngest son, Jamie over there, gave me this a couple of years ago, and I don't know where he found it, but every once in a while it comes with something, comes over to the house with something Masonic and says, here, Dad. And I thought that it might be a certain degree, a study hall would be appropriate to run the meeting. And that's the story behind this study hall. Yes, brother.
I just want to point out something from Glendale's schedule. So this coming Thursday, we will be doing a third degree as well. I will be in the East, and the Grandmaster will be here. You guys are all invited. It's going to be a fun night. He's going to be here to present 2 50-year awards, and hopefully we'll get to do a little bit of extra ceremony and receive him in his official capacity.
That's this coming Thursday?
This coming 2 days from now.
Ritual Manager's brother. Congratulations, Brother Jacob. You're invited to the third degree 2 nights from now. If you wonder what the heck we were doing, it's a good chance to see the other side. Spreading the cement of brotherly love is my mission. I really, truly appreciate everybody that came here tonight. It means a lot to me. It means a lot for my lodge officers to come here tonight and participate in the degree. And I love it when I see lodges come together and do stuff like this. I really appreciate it, everybody. Thank you.
Yes.
Ritual Master, hopefully you enjoyed it tonight. And next Tuesday, the Rainbow Girls will be cooking dinner for the lodge. So I don't know if any of your people here realize that Glendale is an eating lodge, and we always, I repeat, always have food for a degree. Sure. Always.
That'll be a week from tonight?
Yes, Worshipful, next Tuesday.
I'd like to welcome, congratulate and welcome Jacob. I'd like to thank everybody for what they did tonight. And I'd like to recognize Worshipful, who, unless my son moves back to Phoenix, this may be the last time he's in meetings. I'd like to recognize him for all his hard work and the legacy he leaves.
It does get a little tougher every time, but I've still got one more grandson. So I'm not going to count myself out yet, but it might take a little more effort. How old is that grandson? That grandson is, how old is he? 22. Oh, very nice. Already? 22, he'll be graduating from Humboldt University this May, and he'll be back in the valley. So
May.
We'll see what comes down the pipe. There being nothing else, Brother Junior, the last as well as the first and most important pair of Lodge Masons and Convictions.
See that the lodge is tiled, Worshipful.
Perform that duty and inform the Tyler that I'm about to close this lodge in Master Masons and direct him to tile accordingly.
Worshipful, the lodge is tiled.
How found by the Junior Deacon?
By a brother of this degree, without the door, armed with the proper implement of his office.
Do you there, my brother?
To observe the approach of hounds and eavesdroppers, and see that none pass nor repass without permission of the worshipful master in the east.
Thank you, Brother Junior Deacon. Brother Senior Warden, at the opening of this lodge, you informed me that you were a master mason, within the body of the just and legally constituted lodge of master mason. How many composed at the bottom?
3 or more. 3 or more, worshipful.
Well, but 3, of whom does it consist?
Of the worshipful master, senior and junior warden.
The junior warden station.
In the south, worshipful.
Duty in the south, for the junior warden.
As the sun in the south at meridian height is the beauty and glory of the day, so stands the junior warden in the south, the better to observe the time. Call it that from labor to refreshment, and refreshment to labor again, at the will and pleasure of the Lord. In the west.
As the sun in the west at the close of the day, so is the senior warden in the west, to assist the worshipful master in opening and closing his lodge, to pay the crowd their wages if any be due, that man may go with his satisfied. Harmony brings the strength and support of all society, especially of ours.
Station of worshipful master.
In the east,
And his duty there, my brother.
as the sun rises in the east to open and adorn the day, so rises the worshipful master in the east to open and govern his lives, in due time to set the crop at work and give them necessary instruction, whereby they may pursue their labor.
Senior warden. You have a title.
I have
Whence and where?
from west to east and east to west again.
What were you in search?
What it was lost,
What you live, my brother?
the secret of Master Mason.
Have you those secrets?
I have them not, but I have the certitude, therefore, in the opening of this lodge, which accompanied by his dugan and sign, was by your order to be sent to the east through the deacon only.
The senior warden, it is my will and pleasure that the substitute for the ancient master's word be sent down to the west.
Brother deacons, attend the east. Worshipful Master, the substitute for the ancient word accompanied by slogan and sign has come down to the west to the deacon correctly. It is therefore safely deposited until it called for.
But then before we close, I've got one little story I got to share with you about Jacob. I first met Jacob about 6-7 years ago, something like that. We was attending San Diego State with my granddaughter, and was dating her at the time. And my wife and I were over there, and set up a time when they should come and meet us. A spaghetti restaurant and pizza parlor down on Harbor Drive, and they showed up, and being the type of grandfather that I was, I asked Jake a lot of questions. Since this was a fellow that was dating my granddaughter, this fellow from Seattle, and I think maybe he thought he was getting the third degree. And little did he know, a few years later, he would get the real third degree. And the other part of that is, as the evening went on, I kept going in the back of my mind, Ellen, hang on to this guy, he's a winner. And I'm happy to say she did, and he is. Jacob, I love you. Brother Senior Warden, it is my will and pleasure that the Lodge of Master Masons be now closed. This you will communicate to the Junior Warden in the South, that the brother may have the notice of it.
Our Junior Warden, it is the order of the Worshipful Master. The Lodge of Master Mason be now closed. This you will report to the brethren that they may have to notice thereof.
Brethren, it is the order of the worshipful master that this lodge of Master Masons be now closed. Of this, take due notice and govern yourselves accordingly.
Together, brother.
Grand Master, ruler of heaven and earth. Now that we are about to separate and return to our respective places of abode, wilt thou be pleased so to influence our hearts and minds that we may each one of us practice out of the lodge those great moral duties which are inculcated in it, and with reverence study and obey the laws which thou hast given us in thy holy word. Amen.
So Senior Warden, how should Masons meet?
At the level, worshipful.
I'll act for the Junior Warden.
By the plumb, worshipful.
In part, my brother, upon this clear. So should we ever meet, act, and part. May the blessings of heaven rest upon us and all the regular nations. May brotherly love prevail in every moral and social virtue. Cement us. Amen. So the deacons attended the altar. I declare this lodge of Master Masons to be closed by the Junior Deacon
Oh, really? Remember when I went to Royal Arch? I was so excited to go in the first meeting. No, what they did was we need you to jump in. I knew you had mine on there too. I'm like, whoa, where are we fine? I couldn't want to see
Yes, thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Tuesday we'll be here, I guess.
Yeah. All right, have a good one.